That memorandum of understanding went beyond the baseline ethical guidelines. It put in place some additional requirements that the Clinton Foundation could continue its work and that the Secretary of State could do her work without even the appearance of a conflict of interest. And we are...
But it failed then, because then $500,000 came in from a government that was accused of human rights abuses and was lobbying this administration for relief. How do you explain then, given these wonderful ethics rules, that this mistake was made?
Well, again, for compliance with the Memorandum of Understanding, I'd refer you to the State Department.
The Foundation put out a statement on this. We obviously review any submission that they present to us. They've shown a commitment. Their commitment has been over and above the letter of the law, so and that's been consistently followed.
Well, the Clinton Foundation donations from foreign governments, they were already raising eyebrows, people on the left and the right, but now there's one from Algeria, $500,000, given while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. What about this? We're back with our panel. Ron, you wrote about it. It seems like it's gaining a little steam.
Over a week ago, I wrote that this was stupid and sleazy, and I think I underreached. I've got to come up with better adjectives for how bad this is. I mean, that looked like a Saturday Night Live skit. That didn't look like the leaders of my government or even the spokespeople for my government. That was comical how bad off they are there. Look, what we found out here in this last week, in addition to what we knew a week ago, where she was taking the foundation was taking this foreign money from companies that a woman who wants to break the glass ceiling shouldn't be. Now we realize that she was going to countries around the same time that money was coming into the foundation for these countries. Not only were they violating ethics laws, but you have this perception problem where basically now the Secretary of State's overseas travels are donor maintenance. I mean, she's out practically. Donor maintenance is a phrase we use in Washington when you go around patting people on the back and with a wink and a nod, then they send a check to you. It's not directly fundraising, but it's kind of fundraising, and that sure is what this looks like to me.
I mean, it's clearly giving a lot of fodder, Jason. At CPAC, Ted Cruz said we could have had Hillary here, but we couldn't find a foreign nation to foot the bill, and they're using it as a line. Is this an effort by the Clinton folks to get this out now so it's not a problem later, or is this just really gaining?
There could be a little bit of that, but I don't think this is the way they wanted to get it out. I don't think they planned it for it to land this way. But I think fundraising is it. The Clinton Foundation is less a charity than it is a political organization, a super PAC of sorts, that exists in order to help Hillary Clinton politically. That's what's going on here. And again, we're not talking about donations from Australia and Norway, just from the country, Kuwait, Algeria, Qatar, the Saudis. And this is coming from the left that, complains that money corrupts politics.
We should point out on this map, this is the foreign funding while she was Secretary of State. There's other foreign funding, governments and individuals, when they struck this memorandum soon after this.
I can answer your question on a little bit of reporting. This is not, the Clintons did not want this out. They were surprised by this. Why? Because they really are an ends justify means kind of people. They think what they're doing is so good, and the foundation does good work, that how they go about raising money doesn't matter. And they now have people in their own party. There's people very close to the Clintons, senior Democrats, who are really freaked out about this and wondering how vulnerable their nominee is going to be.
Well, frankly, it is the one nominee that a lot of Democrats are looking at. There isn't really a big bench, at least so far.
They're putting, if it were a campaign casino, the $100 is entirely on Hillary right now. And all of this is being exposed. I think the word you were too polite to use, Ron, was corrupt. The defense of the foundation is that the money that they got from the Algerians, $500,000, was for Haiti. Well, why don't you call up the Haitian embassy and send it directly? This is a pretty indirect way to help Haitians. If you really care about the victims of the earthquake, why do you send it through the Clintons? How stupid do they think we are? The reason it was done through the Clintons is to purchase influence. And that's exactly what's at root here. And it's the history of the Clintons going back 30 years. You give them the money, you get the influence. And if you're a Democrat running on the holier-than-thou premises of campaign reform and all that, this is not a good thing.
They put the Lincoln bedroom up for sale. Now they're putting the Secretary of State's office up for sale.
We asked for additional statements from the foundation. Have yet to hear back.